So one of my favorite sayings is that leaders are readers. And the reason that is because when you get a book, it is that author's life work or portion of their life work distilled down into an incredibly digestible format. So usually when you read someone's book, you get the best of the best. Their thought process in the book has been well thought through. They have had an editor go through there. They've had other people read their book. So one of the practices that I like to have in my business is to constantly be challenging myself and reading new business material. It's also an incredibly cost-effective way to learn. Another saying is that learning equals earning, right? The more that you can learn and grow as a person, the more you can bring that growth into your business. And usually books are like $20 a pop, so it's a no-brainer in my mind. I will say, though, that I do listen to quite a few of these as audiobooks. So that's one of my hacks. I do it when I'm out walking or cleaning the house so that if I don't have time to actually just sit down and dive into a book, I can still imbibe all of that wisdom just through my headphones. Okay, and remember to celebrate the launch of this channel, I'm giving away one of these bad boys to a lucky winner each week. If you're watching this on YouTube, all you need to do to enter to win is leave a comment. Tell me which book you are going to buy, or maybe which book you're going to borrow from the library. I would love to know. If you're listening to this on a podcast, leave us a review and pop in which book you're going to get, or maybe you've already read one. I would love to know what you think about it. Okay, so now let's get into my top 5 business books for yoga teachers. Countdown starting from number 5. Number 5, Epic Content Marketing by Joe Pulizzi. Now, out of all the books that I'm going to recommend on this list, this is probably the most traditional business book of the bunch. The idea of this book will help you understand why content marketing is at the heart of every online business. So if you have been wondering, like, I'm putting all this time and effort into creating blogs or podcasts or videos, or maybe people like me have been telling you to do that, and you're not sure why or how that is going to help your business, this book, Epic Content Marketing, will spell out the entire reason why content is so powerful for an online business. It's the heart of every online business. Another great reason to read this book is if you have been putting yourself out there on social media and A, either hating it or B, not getting results. Content marketing is an essential antidote to social media burnout. So if you're wondering how to run a business online without social media, you need to have content elsewhere, right? And this book, Epic Content Marketing by Joe Pulizzi, will help you understand how and why to do that. Some of the references are a little bit outdated. It was written in 2013. But the theory and the principles behind it will really help you to figure out how to use content for your business. And if you're in an online business, content is something that is so valuable. All right, let's check out number 4. Number 4, Will It Fly by Pat Flynn. This is the best business book when it comes to strategy for yoga teachers. This book is a practical how-to gift from the business gods, Pat Flynn, the author. This book is jam-packed full of practical, useful ideas that you can put into practice straight away in your business. I actually stumbled across the same process that Pat outlines in this book about how to test your business ideas when I was running yoga teacher training way back in 2014. Now, I won't go into detail about what that process is. Get the book. I'll have a link down below. But this process that Pat teaches is how you can answer the question, will anyone buy my thing? So if you are like creating a workshop or a course or a class, maybe you watched one of my other videos about the 9 revenue streams as a yoga teacher. I'll see if I can link that above. I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out. And you're wondering, but hey, Cora, I don't want to invest all this time and money into building something if no one wants it. How do I figure that out? Read this book, Will It Fly by Pat Flynn. Link down below. Number 3, Love Money, Money Loves You by Sarah Mccrum. Now, this is not a practical how to make more money kind of book. This book is perfect for you if you want to deeply examine your relationship and understanding with money. Whenever I put yoga and money in the same sentence together, people get weird. And if you are one of those people, read this book. This book is written from the perspective of money, and it's probably one of my favorite woo-woo books. I'm a pretty practical person, but the way that this book is written was one of the most transformative things that has happened to my relationship with money. I didn't grow up in a wealthy family, and I was a yoga teacher for over a decade. Money has been a source of stress for me in my life, but this book is one of the most impactful things that has helped me shift that and bring me to where I am today. So when should you read this book? When you want to get at the heart of your money stuff. Today's episode is brought to you by Lost to Launch, my 50-hour yoga teacher training that will teach you everything you need to know to start your very own business. If you're ready to take the reins in your teaching career and tap into professional autonomy and an uncapped earning potential, then Lost to Launch might be the right program for you. When you join, you receive 16 weeks of Business 101 education, live group coaching, and personal one-on-one mentoring with me every single week. As well, you get lifetime access to the curriculum and our worldwide community. We start twice every year. You can join in August or March. Our course is delivered entirely online, so as long as you have an internet connection, you can start building the business of your dreams today. To learn more or apply, go to www.coragiroux.com/lost-to-launch. Oh, and we're fully accredited with Yoga Alliance, so if you care about that kind of thing, you can log your continuing education hours for the course. Once again, if you want to learn more or apply, head to www.coragiroux.com/lost-to-launch. Number 2, The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. Now, this is not really a business book per se, but I believe it is one of the most important books aspiring entrepreneurs can have in their toolkit. This book goes straight to the heart of the creative process and what trips so many of us up when it comes to putting ourselves and our work out there into the world, and that is self-doubt. This book will give you a practical resource for working with your own inner demons, and we all have them when it comes to showing up in the world. It's a really thin book. It's a super easy read. So when should you read it? Well, right at the beginning of any new venture. If you're starting a course or launching your website or starting an Instagram account for the first time, get this book. It will be your companion through that initial startup phase. Another great time to read it, and it's when I do it, is when I'm starting any new venture, like this YouTube channel. There's a lot of stuff that comes up anytime we approach a growth edge in business or in life. So this book is one of my, it's number 2, right? We're getting really, really close. It's one of my all-time favorite books for business and yoga teachers and just the world and humanity. But check it out. You're going to love it. Get the like the print version. It's super easy to get through, one that you will definitely want to have on your shelf as an entrepreneur. Okay, we are here. Number one, my number one book for yoga teachers who are aspiring entrepreneurs to read is Free to Focus by Michael Hyatt. And this is one of my all-time favorite books of like all books ever. And I know that that is a huge statement, so let me explain myself. I started teaching yoga when I was 23, straight out of university. Before that, I was a college student and a waitress. And as soon as I started teaching yoga and realized that I had a business, most of my mentors were other yoga teachers, and they mentored me on yoga, and that was amazing, and I became a really great teacher. Not to toot my own horn. I was okay. But no one was there to mentor me on business or productivity or managing my calendar and self-care and taking time out and boundaries when it came to my professional life. If that is you, Free to Focus may also become your favorite all-time book. It has helped me manage my time, my schedule, set priorities, learn how to delegate, have really good boundaries with my work life and my personal life. It's one of my favorite all-time books. It is one of the most impactful books on me as a person that I have ever read. So if you have had a corporate job and you know how to do all of that stuff, it may not be that for you. Maybe War of Art #2 or Will It Fly by Pat Flynn will be more up your alley. But if you have been a full-time yoga teacher for most of your life, or maybe you're just starting out and starting to be a yoga teacher and haven't had a lot of professional experience, I think this book will be on the top of your list. Okay, so that was my top 5 books for yoga teachers in business. If you liked this, let me know. I have a lot of other books that I could recommend. And in fact, if you head over to my website, coragiroux.com/episode 91, for most of these categories, like best marketing book, best productivity book, I have runners up because I am an avid reader and I couldn't stick to just 5. So if you are looking for even more books, head over to my website, coragiroux.com/episode 91, and I'll put links for all of the books down below as well. So there you have it, my top 5 business books for yoga teachers. If you want to go into the running to win one of these bad boys, my It's a Practice tote bag, remember all you need to do is comment down below, tell me which book you're going to grab from the library or download on your phone. And I'll pick one winner each week and send that out in the mail. Okay, so if you want the full notes of this, you want my extra bonus books, my runners-up, head over to www.coragiroux.com/episode 91. And one last thing, if you have found this video helpful, hit subscribe. I would love to have you as part of the community.